Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 7. We went to the inn and rested for free, the cheapest room, which now gets us the ability to be healed, and we're going to purchase an adventure. We're going to get a Paladin. We're going to purchase a level 2, so they're not really far behind on experience. We're going to start with Meadow. So here's what I was talking about last episode is I like to have 2 paladins in a group. You're going to get Pelagina later in the story. I'm going to spec her to be more of a frontline defensive fighter with a defensive aura that helps the group. Then I want somebody who can do second line next to my Cipher with a reach weapon, who's basically an offensive paladin. He's going to run an offensive oriented aura, and he's going to try to do as much damage as possible. So we're going to roll with Island Amaua to get an extra weapon set. Not that we're going to need it. The other good choice is a human. Once per encounter, 5 seconds after being reduced below 50 endurance, they gain a bonus to accuracy and damage. That's all right. And it doesn't. They all get the same thing. Fighting spirit, whether they're meadow folk or savannah folk, they all get the same thing. I think that's okay. It's not bad, but I think I'd rather roll with the Amaua. So I'm going to do this. They get +2 might. We're going to grab the Paladin. And then here's where you kind of have a decision to make on how you want to do things. The kind wayfarers have a favored disposition of benevolent and passionate. So here's the way it works. The Paladins get this defensive ability of their own, and the more your actions align with their particular order, the better their defenses. We don't have to worry about that so much with an offensive-minded paladin, and there is a skill or a talent you can take later on to kind of negate any negative effects from choosing actions that don't match your order. But in this case, the reason you would want to take kind wayfarers is the paladins have really neat ability, and with the kind wayfarers, when you do a critical hit with this ability, it heals the group. That's a nice one to have, but what we really want to do is go with the gold pack knights. They're stoic and rational. They're disfavored, but dispositions are passionate and aggressive. They get flames of devotion and lay on hands. You get to choose one at the beginning. We're going to choose Flames of Devotion because we want to focus on being able to do offensive things. This is a full attack, accuracy versus deflection, +50 damage as burn and +20 accuracy. And they're going to get an upgrade to this that only their order gets that allows their flames to do damage over time damage as well. So we're going to focus on that. For offense, we want to get our might as high as possible to do damage. We want intelligence to be high as well, dexterity so they can act fast, but you want their intelligence to be pretty high because you want them to be able to hit as well, which is why they're going to need perception. He probably doesn't need as much constitution as somebody else. You want him to be able to hit. You want his accuracy to be better because he has to be able to hit. You do want him to act as fast as possible, but the intelligence is going to give his aura a wider area of effect, so it's going to be more likely to affect the characters in your party. And then his might is going to affect his damage. So you want him to be able to hit hard and do a lot of damage and kill things. So this is how we're going to set him up. We're going to keep his resolve here so that his defenses don't go down. You could dump some of it, but I just don't. We got a point left to spend. Let's see where we want to put it. Other thing we could do is reduce his intelligence a little bit so we get more perception. Let's do it like this. Like this. This will work. And then his culture. Oh yeah, so he's going to get an extra point here. So where do we want to put it? We could put it in intelligence. Dexterity, resolve, Old Vela gives him an intelligence, so +1. So if you do that, now he's up to 16, 14, 12, 18. I like this. This will work. Actually, what I might want to do is I worry about him not having enough hit points. I don't like taking negative numbers on things. I'd rather do it like this. And I'd almost rather pull his dexterity back so he can have a wider aura. I think I like that a lot. Aristocrat. Okay, so what do we want him to do? Survival is good. We don't care about mechanics. He does need athletics. There's an athletics and lore. There's an athletics and survival. That's what we want. Slave. Okay. There we go. Now we got to choose a helmet in here. A character head. I think I'm going to go backwards. See what kind of extra ones I haven't. Oh, there's all the ladies. Okay. All the single ladies. Let's see if we can find one. I love some of the ones they do for godlikes. They're really cool. There should be some in here that are more helmets like this. This is what I like to do for my paladin. Like this. There we go. We'll make sure he puts a helmet on. Oh, I like that head. His hair isn't really going to matter. Oh, I like that. Let's give him his hair color. Make it dark. Let's do his primary. Paladins always seem to be blue, in my opinion. I don't know why I associate that color automatically with the paladins. So we'll do that. Let's voice.
I'll lead the way.
No.
Let's go!
Nope.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Not happening.
Leading the way. Let's go.
Sounds like the same guy.
Yes. Now I am the leader of the group.
I kind of like that one for him. He's going to be a big, scary offensive guy. Okay. What do we want for a name? There we go. He's our paladin. And he's leveled up. All right. Athletics and survival. Survival gets you bonuses when you rest, so we definitely want to put points into that. Bonus movement, accuracy versus creature type is always fun. You want his athletics for second wind, so that's nice. Now, what do we get here? Okay, so Enduring Flames is the special thing you get for his particular order that makes it so Flames of Devotion, 50% damage inflicted over time for 10 seconds, which is really nice. We're going to want that. Later on, offensively, we're also going to want this. Weapon Focused Soldier. It gives him +6 accuracy with a great sword and a pike. The pike becomes his reach weapon, and then when he doesn't need to reach with things, we usually swap over to the great sword. It also gives him access to the Warhammer, so that if he needs to do some crushing damage, he can do it with that. You get him 2-weapon stylist. Later on, no, not 2-weapon style. I mean, 2-handed style. He gets additional damage with 2-handed weapons. And then there's a bunch of utility stuff here. Scion of Flame. So +5 damage reduction, burn, +20 burn damage. So you add that to his Flames of Devotion. So there's a bunch of ways that you can go up here and kind of focus on doing a lot of flame damage with him. You can get Intense Flames too. +25 damage is burn. So his Flames of Devotion can be used 2 times per encounter. Deep Faith modifies his faith and conviction, which is the thing that gives him his defense abilities when your actions match what his order wants you to do. But we're going to start with Enduring Flames. So now we have a paladin, and he can be moved up here, and we can look at our group and say, what I really want to do is have, you and me and paladin, these two. That's perfect. That works out really well. Okay. So let's go take care of some business in the quest journal. So what do we have? The Old Watcher. Yeah, towards Kana Rua, where I'll find a name named Merwald. We need to go in that way because that'll give us access to our 6th person. We also have these quests. Travel to Radrick's Hold. A Mother's Plea. We need to go to Anslog's Compass and speak to Mother Ranga. Buried Secrets. We need to search a temple. Oh, the temple in Gilded Vale. Let's go get Ranga first. Let's do that. We can come down here and exit. So we want to start heading towards Kana Rua because that is going to be our castle, for one thing. There shouldn't be anything on the road down here, so We can speed ourselves along, but now we get this other offensive character in our group, which will help us do more offensive things. There we go. So we're going to pick up a chanter here, which is a really interesting class. Very unique to this game, which I like quite a bit. It's a very useful class to have. He sings songs. He's kind of like a bard. And that's him. Kana. Just off the side of the path in Kana Rua stands an imposing figure, a tall, thick-set Amaua, clad in a worn armor and peering up at the outer walls of the keep. In his hand is a small piece of charcoal, and it works feverishly at taking notes upon a small scrap of paper. More than once, he has to reach up to prevent his colorful cap from falling off his head as he gazes upwards. That moldy brickwork must be fascinating. The man looks over at you, blinking in surprise. His face splits in a wide and very toothy grin, and he waves the parchment in greeting.
It is. Well, not the wall itself, perhaps. The construction is very traditional. There are names scratched upon some of the bricks, just there. Workers and masons, I expect, carving a little immortality for themselves. It's a fine keep, Kana Rua. 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long. But the truly interesting part is in there, and I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Meadow, but it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
I came here looking for Meadow myself.
Oh, truly? Then perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I've never seen the like. I didn't want to risk it alone, but you seem capable. Together, I'm sure we could manage it. And then we can both ask our questions of Meadow. I seek a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of the Rauatai, but we possess only a fragment of it. A year I've journeyed in search of the rest, and I uncovered evidence that leads me to believe the original lies just there, beneath the keep.
I see. Well, let's go meet Meadow.
Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Ah, wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have, at times, been followed. It began in Adir, and in Exomatal they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for. I say believe, but I have been told as much by one of my would-be assassins. I pay them little mind. Humorless sorts in long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. And it's only fair that you should know.
What are a few assassins between friends?
I'm glad you're not discouraged. Come then. Who knows what we will find inside?
So that's our buddy. I gotta remember how to even use this class, but let's take a look here. I want her kind of in the middle. We can do like this. There we go. Let's try that. See if we can make our group work like that. Meadow.
Once more through the gates. With more success this time,
Let's hope. Let's hope. Okay, so what do we have here? A phantom. Well, let's see how disgusting it is. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Okay. What does he have? Let's see. March of Kamoa. Right click for details. Okay. I have a hard time remembering how his songs work. What is his abilities? Class behavior, none. Summoner, support. Chanters emphasize support-oriented invocations like not felled by the axe, nor broken by the storm, and summons. Okay. Defend self. Character will actively seek out enemies for combat. Let's do that. Let's change you. What are you doing? Class behavior, defend self. Let's go aggressive. 'Cause you've been a little too defensive.
Yes?
Edit chance. Okay, so here we go. March of Kamo. What's this do? Emboldens allies in the area, effect giving bonuses to fortitude and will. And then increases the movement rate and reflex of all allies in the area. Okay. And then this is blessed, yes. And then what is this one? Drains a portion of endurance from all enemies in the area of effect. Oh, interesting. So if you want to do B, you could do like this. How does this work? Okay, I don't think it will let me edit the chants while I'm in combat. I think that's what's happening. So we're going to let him chant away. These are all vessels. So what do we want to do here? Let's grab some defense from this thing. A shadow, it's a spirit. Do that. My paladin here. Flames of devotion. Oh my gosh. And then what's he got for swords? He's got this stupid thing. Okay. Oh, and we sold everything. Okay. Well then, buddy. You're just going to have to do that. Why don't you flames of devotion on that? Adair. Adair. She's going to vessel us. Just going to get right up here and do this. Bang. Because there are some vessels, yes? Oh, the spirits. I guess this doesn't affect spirits then. So let's do this. Interdiction. Doink. Adair, what are you doing? Where are you? You're right there. Get that. She needs to get out of there. Oh no, they're coming after her. This is bad. Get out of there. Oh my god. We're totally getting trounced here.
Watch it.
Jeez. Oh, this is a mess. This is a mess. We may have to start over. We are in no way capable of doing that right now. So that is very bad. So we're just going to grab our boy and we're going to say, yeah, none of us are prepared to do Cadnua right now. The opening salvo of it. So let's just abandon that. Abandon all thoughts of that. We can go back to the Black Meadow, though, and we can try to take on those tough enemies we had before, because now we have 6 people in our party. And that was, yeah, kind of up over here. So let's see if we can do this. That would be kind of fun. Get a little revenge for last time. Because we almost did it with 4. Well, we didn't almost. I guess Eothas was the last surviving member there. Okay. Let's do this. Can you knock this thing to the ground? I doubt it, but...
Hey there.
I'm going to send you up to there. What's your AI? I want you to be aggressive. Aggressive or support? No. Utilizes flames of devotion? No, because I will use those on myself. You're going to move up there for now. Yes. Eothas going to shoot this guy. Mm-hmm. She's going to come up here to Chanter Boy. Okay, start shooting.
Hey there.
She's going to hit this. Like that. They can't really be interdicted because I think they're immune to daze. No, it says charmed. It doesn't say daze specifically. So we'll see about that. And then they can't be charmed. So what I'm going to do is strip some defense from that guy.
Yes.
Paladin's going to come around. I need him to come around this way, actually. Oh, he did knock him down. Awesome. Okay, I want you to... Oh, crud. What's going on here? Adair, lock this guy down. Because I don't need her getting hit. I'm going to move her over in this direction. I may have to go after this guy. Okay, Paladin has decided to get involved. He's going to Flames of Devotion that thing. Okay. Now you should take your bow and arrow, unless we want to do a bunch more defense. Armor of Faith. Let's do that. Right there. Adair, what are you doing? Okay. I guess he's disengaged so he can engage on this guy. Can I shift over to here? There we go. Hit this thing. Ooh, Adair just got hammered. What is this thing? Current action. Okay. More accuracy might be good. Try to get everybody there. You hammered off your flames of devotion, and this thing should be taking burn damage. So let's do that. What do we have? I'm at 13. Great. What I wanted to do was this. There we go. Now attack this thing. There's going to end up on the ground again, isn't he? Okay, darling, you're going to have to heal everybody. Right here. Like that. Actually, if we're going to do that, make sure you can get both of these guys. How much damage is it? That's damage and that's not. Okay. Adair is just taking it on the chin, isn't he? Okay, what's this 3 down here? Phrases. Okay, 3 phrases. Got ya. Oh, and I didn't adjust his chance beforehand. So now what I have is he has phrases so then he can... This is kind of like the way the cipher works. When we have focus, he has phrases, and once he has phrases, he can do things. Creates a thunderous explosion that stuns and shoves enemy in the area effect, or summons 3 skeletons to fight for the party. So he works a lot like a cipher, which is actually really cool. Okay. I don't have defense anymore. Oh my gosh, this is bad. We're all kind of split up here. And this paladin is not going to be able to take this for very long. Can you knock this guy down? Not quite, can you? Okay, skeletons are here. Skeletons are here. Oh, sister. You could second wind, but that doesn't really do anything. Let's try to kill this thing. I can't do Whispers of Treason. I could Daze and Blind. That's got a low percent chance to hit, though. It was like 23% chance to hit. What if I did? It's 51% chance to hit that. Let's do that. My paladin's gonna get knocked out. Okay. Adair got back up. And I managed to get this thing's defenses down, so its defense is 11. Adair, switch to this. You switch to this. Eothas, make sure you're hitting this. Paladin's going to go down anyway, so it doesn't matter. He should Flames of Devotion one more time then. Okay, and then do this. I got knocked down. Paladin is down for good.
I have something here that works.
You would think, but no. Okay, how far down is this thing? He's down at 70%. Okay. Nice. I think I should just keep trying to hit him. I got skeletons. He's going to be able to conjure new skeletons here pretty soon.
I just have to
Okay, that one's down. Good. Let's go do this on his defense right there.
try something else.
Give me more skeletons. There we go. All right, attack. Dare attack this thing.
If thou feel not believe.
What What is it? Autopause. Weapon and ineffective human skeleton. Okay. All right. We got through it. Oh my gosh. That was... We did it though. We got through it. Okay.
Sure.
So now we can come up here and see what this camp is all about. Or this... Oh, there's just an altar here. Trees and shrubs have grown up around these ancient bones, shrouding this monument to Gallowayne beneath there. Okay. Does it say beneath their leaves? Alright. Well then. I think that's all we need to do here, unless there's something down here. Which there better not be, because we're kind of wounded. Alright. I'm going to head to town and I'm going to arrest everybody. And then what we'll probably do is head south. We'll go to Magram's Fork and we'll head in this direction and see how things are working out there. So since we have a full party now, I think we're going to try the dungeon actually, instead of moving on to a different region. Let's give this dungeon a try. And see if we can make our way through it. We were in here before. I don't think there's... Yeah, there's nothing in here now. Let's go this way. There's a room over here. Oh, there's spiders. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do? Let's grab... vampiric shield off of this. Adair, go grab this spider. Paladin's gonna come in here, and you got 2 per turn, so 2 per fight, so use that. Oh, you need to move, big buddy. Shoot that thing. Get in there and start shooting. I got a little caught up there. And I got some poison. Oh no. That did not go well. I got poisoned. Not liking that.
I shall.
Oh no. No, there's more. I gotta fix one thing here. I need certain keys for selecting everybody because I'm really used to them from Kingmaker, so. Okay. Let's do this again. Take that off of there. You should try to attack that thing. As should you.
Hey there.
As should you. You can do this. Doink. I gotta eat this. There we go. Now get the big spider. Who's not shooting? Shoot. What do we want to do with you? Do we just want to change you to aggressive as well? Because then we're going to launch spells. Then you can just find people to shoot. So what is this little thing down here? Psycho-Vampiric Shield, Deflection, Blessed, and I'm stuck. Okay, I see. Okay. Yeah, I think I remember this, that the easiest thing to do is just put everybody on aggressive and then do their spells individually. What is this? A letter home. Mother, I have asked Brother Edric to carry this letter to you, for he travels to New Helmar come morning. With him goes what coin I have, and I hope it will ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming, for I mean to follow in a few days' time. Our village is much changed, and though I do not wish for you to worry, I do not feel it is safe to remain. I know Erectrix Obrica will not approve, but the letter trails off here. Okay.
Sure.
Worth a look.
What do we have here? Pile of furniture is branded with scorch marks. Autopause. Hidden object found. Oh, looky here. Oh, we have this thing. Okay. Take from it, my friend,
Yeah?
and you can smack around there. Oh, baby, what happened? So now it's down to 19 defenses and it's near death. It got Psycho Vampiric Shield and Dazed. Oh yeah. Now it's coming back to me how we party on Wayne and Garth with this group. Have a room over here. Uh-oh, we got one of those things over here. There we go. Everybody attack.
Yeah.
You're going to do this. And she's going to stun. Oh, that is appropriate. Let's see what else is in this room then. Before we go over to that other side. Vermin have scoured these plates, though mold still grows in green-black clumps across the table. That can't be good. Okay, before we go in that room, let's go over here. Oh yeah, baby, I love having a full party. That makes me happy. Oh, there's a box over here. It's got something in it. Oh no, trap triggered. A character's health bar begins flashing red. Oh no. It's a sign they may soon be maimed or killed, rested in an inn, or use camping supplies to restart. Oh no.
Doesn't feel right.
Oh, no it doesn't. Oh, I got a ring though. What do we get? So what kind of ring did you pick up there, buddy? Properties overseen. Plus 10 ability area of effect. Okay. The only person who's doing area of effect right now is her. We'll want to give that to the Paladin later. Okay, he just took a serious dirt nap. Oh, man. Alright, well. I guess we'll have to go rest at the inn. Okay, here's what I was talking about with choke points right here. Oh, this looks ugly. Okay.
Yeah.
Where am I? Come over here. I'm going to try to... Let's try to whisper of treason somebody right here. The Skulder King. Oh, he's probably not going to happen. Let's do that Skulder there.
Yeah?
You're going to interdict everybody over here. It's still not painful yet. You're going to sing your song. That's great.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to do this on that guy. There we go. All right, he's fighting on our side. Now, can I whisper? Is he done? Yeah, I whispered a treason on him. Uh-oh, and now he's going to eat me. Uh-oh. He got by the group, and then he's going to totally destroy me. No. Adair, where are you? Oh, you're on this guy. I need you to turn around and do this. And I need Eothas, even though it might sicken me. Nail it. Autopause weapon ineffective. That's fine, darling. Shoot this thing anyways. Skulder King hits Darius for slashing damage. And I go down.
And that's how it's done.
What is it?
I have them!
Yeah, the piercing is ineffective against those things. Oh no, now he's getting crunched.
Hey there.
Darling, what do you got? Can you halt him?
That's not.
Avowed.
Oh no, Kana, give us the skeletons.
Rock 10!
Okay. And I have 1 hit point and a level. Oh geez. Okay. Spirit. A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf, a shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than sight is the sense within you of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with a grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards you and into you, and suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You're running, your footsteps echoing off the stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals, and they're slipping from your feet. fouling your steps. You're late again. The right's going to begin without you. You hear the tolling of a bell, and your spirit lifts as you recognize the familiar warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky and last to fade in the dawn light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes and not the last. The lights fade, as does the memory, and when your eyes clear, the
Are
spirit
you feeling
is
unwell?
gone.
You were behaving a little oddly.
I'm a watcher. A true speaker for the dead. I never thought I'd meet one in the flesh. Yes, it happens from time to time. You bear it well, but I wonder if it wouldn't be best to have someone take a look at you. There must be some way to diminish the effects.
Sure.
Okay, is there anything in this room? Yes, there's a vase. And then there's this. A powerful odor of spices rises from one of these dishes. Vibrant dyes and grain. Seeds fill others. Oh, I see it. I got the rest of it down here. Okay. Well, here we are. So this room has nothing else to offer us. So, what I'm going to go do is heal, and then we'll level up. We've gone to town and we've rested. We're healed up, and we got a journal entry which added. It says, I have seen some manner of spirit within the temple, or a memory at least. In this memory, I recall the Eothasian rite involving the ringing of bells. The first and last of these tolls, apparently, is that of the right hand, which has a distinctive warped tone to it. That'll be important later. Let's level up. So, athletics, which grants a second wind, and mechanics, which we should make use of. Let's do that. We'll up our mechanics. Now for powers. There are so many neat choices here. Phantom Foes is kind of cool because what it does is makes enemies think they're surrounded by more enemies, and so they become flanked. Flanking is a condition that reduces deflection in this game. It's not like it is in Kingmaker where it allows you to automatically get sneak attacks or something like that. It's neat. Recall enemy does 30% of all damage reapplied over 15.6 seconds, so causes the target to relive the psychic trauma of an injury moments after receiving it, experiencing the damage all over again. So 30% of their damage is reapplied. It becomes a dot for 15 seconds. That's okay. Mind Blades is a slashing blade of force that attacks them before leaping up to 5 additional targets. It does 21 to 23 slash damage, and it foe jumps to 5 targets, doing 19 to 30 slash damage. This is basically like a chain lightning, and it's really, really nice. And then here's one of my favorites, Amplified Thrust. It does 47 to 65 pierce damage, and it pushes the enemy. And you do it by targeting one of your allies, and then it hits the nearest enemy. I've told you this is a great second row skill. We're not quite at the point in the game yet where we need that, so I'm not sure I'm going to take it. Soul Shock, briefly transform the outer shell of an ally's target soul and energy, releasing an electrical burst around them. Characters standing in the area around the target take shock damage. So they get shocked. It's an ally. So again, you're targeting an ally with this, and then it's hitting everything around them, which is really useful. Tenuous Grasp, frightening and confusing them. Confused for 7 seconds and frightened for 19. Frightened reduces their resolve and dexterity. Mind Wave, which is a blast of psychic suffering raw damage. Most enemies don't have defense for raw damage, which is really nice. Characters in a canonical area behind the target fail a fortitude check or knock prone from the blast. It does 12 to 21 raw damage, which is really nice because it's raw damage. I am either going to take Amplified Thrust or Mind Blades, and I think I'm going to take Mind Blades right now because we're going to run into multiple foes, and I think being able to do this would be pretty cool. So, and then you get into this, the whips. So, Draining Whip enhances the draining power of the Cipher Soul, regenerate and focus more quickly. You get a plus 33% focus gain. So self plus 20% melee damage, plus 20% range damage, and you generate focus faster. And then there's Biting Whip. granting bonus to damage. So modifies soul whip plus 20% melee damage. So you get to do more damage, or you get to do more damage and grab focus gain as well. So I'm gonna, and then there, you also get Apprentice's Sneak Attack, which is plus 15% melee damage. Allows the character to initiate the brutal opportunistic strikes of a rogue sneak attack, taking advantage of opponents when they're at their most vulnerable. So that's, again, these are all things that we're going to be taking as time goes by, because we want to be able to do lots of damage really quickly. We're also going to want to grab the soldier ability over here on offense. There's a bunch of utility stuff that you can do. There's, let's see, veterans recovery. So they steadily regain endurance over time if that's something you need. But the whips are great. We're going to grab Draining Whip right now. I think that's going to be the most important thing for us to have right away. We're at level 4 Cipher. Great. Okay. Well, let's see how much more of this dungeon we can uncover. There's a door and there's the bell. Okay. There's a bell and there's a door. I think we need to, before we deal with the bells, continue to unearth the rest of this place up here. Let's head up here to this area. Okay, got this loser. So I have 25 now to start with. Let's go with Psycho-Vampiric Shield on that guy.
Well,
And you can do Flames of Devotion on him.
Hey there.
And you can do Smackdown right there. There we go. And why don't you just do Flames on this guy, since he's the only living one then. Very nice party. Good job, everyone. What do we have? Oh, we have one over here. Okay. Everyone attack.
Yes.
I'm going to have you go attack that second guy, in fact. I'm going to Psycho-Vampiric Shield him. And you can do that. Very nicely done here. As the enemies roll up onto the floor dead. Like that.
Sure.
Okay, what's over here? Oh, and there's something over here. There's a sword. Okay, let's see what we got for a fine sword. Paladin.
what is it?
What do you got, Karzig? This is a sword, one-handed, average slash pierce, 15 to 22, which is going to be considerably better than what you're using. So if you do that, that means you don't need this piece of garbage anymore. If I take your shield away, do we? Oh, we don't have better shields. We sold everything like a dummy. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Does this adjust your damage output at all? Or does it just adjust your defenses? Just your defense. Oh, wait a minute. 16 to 22. Accuracy. Your accuracy goes up without it. Okay, that's what I want. I want you to be as accurate as possible. You're an offensive damage dealer. All right, we got this. Mechanics. See, so I shouldn't have flashed by that so fast, but it shows you that if your mechanics is 1, you needed lock picks to get it out of. If your mechanics was 2, you didn't need any lock picks. So, and then there's the saber, which is not too helpful. Over here, some books: the Great Western Stag and the Book of Verses. This reminds me, what I want to do is go adjust Kana's songs here. Let's do this up here. So see, you can see how the songs are overlapping. So at this point in time, he's going to get this song and this song. He's going to get giving bonuses to fortitude and willpower, and then he's going to increase our movement rate. And then down here, we can create a second song. This one is going to drain a portion of endurance from all enemies. So we're going to do this, this, and this. And we're going to have him play that song most of the time. at least until he gets more songs. So, and then he can do things, really cool things like summon skeletons,
Right.
which is really nice. Chanters spend most of their time in combat speaking chants. Chants are arranged in strings of magical phrases that produce different effects. One phrase ends, its effects will linger, overlapping with the effects of the next phrase. When a chant reaches the end of a final phrase, it loops back. Careful arrangement of phrases can produce powerful sequences of passive effects. I really like the way they did chanters as a different way to do a bard from how other games do it. It's really cool. Prayer scrolls are coated in a thick layer of grime and dust. Some more stuff down here. Coins. And a book. Monsters of the Deadfire Archipelago. Leviathan. The Pulpavia. That sounds fun. You could sit there and read that lore stuff all day. It's part of the fun of the game, actually. Okay, spiders. No. Don't move back. Here, where are you at?
Yes.
I know you wanna come in here, but you're gonna get your shot, buddy. Who's here? Celestia, come in here. There you go. Move.
Yeah.
I will do nothing, I guess, because he's okay. The other ones are finally running in here. So let's do this. Take care of that.
What
you
is it?
can come around here. All right, lots of spiders here. Oh, we're both webbed. Okay, darling.
Hey there.
Come over here and smack those around. Kana, get in there. Eothas, what are you doing? Start smacking that, will you?
Bullseye.
There we go.
Yes.
You're free. Why don't you attack that and do Flames of Devotion on it? I will attack this. Oh, you're getting hit there, bud, because you are not
Yeah?
in a position where we want you. Kana, what do you got for us? Nothing yet. You need one more.
Ixie up.
There you go. Now you got it. Give me some spider killing stuff. My paladin is not set up for this. Somehow I moved him over here and he ended up in the front of this whole awful situation. So, okay, now we're going to lose our paladin here, but let's see if we can do this.
What is
Paladin,
it?
do your best to heal yourself.
Yeah?
She's going to drop a heal on you. We'll see if it helps.
No, damn it!
Oh, there he goes. He's just not made defensively for this. I'm a much better defender than he is.
Oh, come on, not like that.
There we go. Okay. Sorry, Paladin. I shouldn't have moved you over there like that. That was my mistake.
Sure.
Okay, Adair has made a level. Here's where things get a little complicated. I'm going to want to do some survival with him. For sure. Bonus damage versus flanked enemies is always nice if you can get up to there. It makes it useful for us to do flanking. So here, he's got a ton of stuff. I'm going to look through this list. Okay, there's several things to do with Adair, and all of them are good. So we have to kind of have a build plan for him. He is obviously going to be your main tank and defensive fighter with a shield. But if you go all defense, what you'll find is that enemies will ignore him because he's not doing enough to aggro their attention. You do have to take some offensive things. Apprentice sneak attack ends up being a good thing to take for him, as well as some offensive abilities like this one, like Bloody Slaughter, where targets 20% of hits converted to crits against targets with low endurance, and 0.5 to crit damage multiplier. So those are things to do. And then there's there's not much else there, I don't think, other than to take his offensive stuff like this. Weapon focus. There's savage attack, 20% melee damage in exchange for melee accuracy, which is a nice one to have. And then there's, let's see, one-handed style. He gets plus 15% of hits converted to crits with one-handed melee weapons. So that's nice as well too. But the thing I want to point out is sneak attack. It says plus 15 melee damage when opponents are at their most vulnerable. So you might be wondering, when is that? Well, here is the conditions: blinded, flanked, hobbled, paralyzed, petrified, prone, stuck, stunned. He can make characters prone by knocking them down. They can be stunned by our interdiction from our priest. They can be paralyzed by spells from me or Eothas from my cipher. They can be blinded from spells by me, and they can be flanked from spells like by me or by having multiple of us around them. So Apprentice Sneak Attack is a good thing to take on him. It will be effective a lot of the time. So I want to definitely do that. And then you want to get defensive, hold the line while let him engage one more enemy. And then he can do weapon and shield style, which he'll get plus 6 deflection and bonuses to reflex. So we want to do those things too. So weapon and shield style, I'm going to have to sit down and write all these things down for him. But there are a bunch of different things to do, and it just depends on how you want to set it up. For right now, early on, I think shield deflection, which also applies to reflex, will be useful for him in the beginning of the game. But I think the way I want to level him up is every other level take an offensive ability. So every other level will be doing something here like Savage Attack or Apprentice Sneak Attack or something, and then every other level a defensive one as well. All right, I made some notes here so that I would know what I wanted to do with him down the road. We're going to grab weapon and shield style first. Just going to get him there. And now we can continue forward down here, hoping not to get our paladin in much more trouble. The red-brown smears flake away under the toe of your boot. Of my boot. And so here, oh, spirit. The nearby crystals light the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange, and at certain angles the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers, as if with summer's heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin glowing mist appears before you. In its rippling gleam, you sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment, you are somewhere else. Your mind is assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd, spilling into the hall. Bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles, and the room is dark save for the podium, lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says, but the Retrix stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs. Somewhere behind you, someone begins to sing. Spirit tears itself away from you with sudden, dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the ruined altar, swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared. These poor people. These poor folk. Okay, what do we have over here? Have we seen? I think we have seen everything here except for this room here. What's here? In this room. More spiders. Kill, kill. Kill, kill. Can I blind it? Oh, won't matter. What's in here? A note. Initiate's note. This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it is faded. You can make out a few patches of careful, tidy script. Visitors to the ritual floor. Rectrix Obricus says, redemption for even these. Orgot instruct the largest bell first rather than second. The rest is ineligible. So, you don't want to, he struck the largest bell first rather than the second. Okay. Camping supplies, great, we need those. Bingo. Now. Oh yeah, so the bells were over here. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out the bells, shall we? That will get us into the next section here. Buried secrets. The door to the lower floor appears to be sealed with some enchantment. There's a set of bells beside the door, which may play a part in opening it. Yes. The first and last of these tolls apparently is that of the right hand. Okay. 3 bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along the wall. Years of dust and grime coat the metal. There was one large bell at the center, flanked by 2 smaller ones. Examine the bells. Bells appear to be fully intact. They are made of thick iron and look very heavy. There doesn't appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. I see. And then what did that note say again? Where do I have notes? Right here. It says, forgot and struck the largest bell first rather than the second. You need to strike the second bell first. But what is the second bell? Ring the left smaller bell, the middle larger bell, and the right smaller bell, rather than the second doesn't help me. Okay. What about the smaller bell? Strange warbling peal that grows a painful shrillness before it diminishes. Okay, then what about the larger bell? You heave at the bell and it swings back in the other direction. The clapper strikes a low, powerful note against the heavy iron. You feel the ringing in your chest. In the left smaller bell. A high, piercing note, and back to the right bell. Peculiar chime rings through the ruins. There's a quiet, melodic chime from all 3 bells before their discordant voices meet in one powerful, rising rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole of the temple, a driving flood of song that drowns out other thought. And as the tolling fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors as the passage to the lower level swings open. So, second bell didn't really help me, but we knew from the earlier clue that there was a particular warbling sound that was associated with the first and the last of whatever the sequence was. So since we rang the right bell first and it kind of warbled like that, I thought, oh, that's got to be it. And then we did it the rest of the way. That was my first guess at the whole thing. So on first guess, we got it right, even without the best of clues. Well, we're going to have to pause here, and I have to decide if this is going to be the end of the episode or not. Let me check something. Yeah, so I think I'm going to call it an episode here because I have the fat tuxedo cat staring at me wanting outside, doing the thing that I have described on my channel before. She looks like the children from The Shining, the twin girls. The way she stares at me is not... It's creepy. It's just creepy, folks. So she needs to go outside. I'm going to wrap this episode up and we will finish up with Temple Level 2 next episode. So thank you for watching and following along. As always, if you dig it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.